Now most people start off talking about things they love or interesting media. Not me. I definitely have something interesting in mind, and it is because how awful this show is.
Say
Bazinga!
she ran off. I don't know what the deal is.
I'm sure if you're reading the title, you signed up for this torture willingly. Now because I don't hate myself, I haven't watched Big Bang Theory in a while, so I'm gonna ask a friend to decide for me. Alright, we finally have an episode. I was gonna give a description, but who doesn't know about the greatest show in the world? I mean, it managed to get 12 seasons, which is always a sign of something great, right? So, enough of me rambling. I'm sure we all can't wait to get into this episode.
You know, I've been thinking about time travel again.
Why, did you hit a roadblock with invisibility?
We're not even a minute in, and I'm already regretting this.
We'll avoid Finkel Day, we'll meet the new department head, congratulate him, shake his hand, and go.
How's this? Pleased to meet you, Dr. Gablehauser. How fortunate for you that the university has chosen to hire you, despite the fact that you've done no original research in 25 years, and instead have written a series of popular books that reduce the great concepts of science to a series of anecdotes, each one dumbed down to accommodate the duration of an average bowel movement.
Before I talk about this so amazing clip, you guys really should thank me because that time traveler joke went on for another like 3 minutes, and it was the most unfunny thing I ever sat through in my entire life. Now, media always treats people who are smart in unique ways, and fair enough. But my issue here is, all Sheldon did was proclaim how he knows more, and ends it with a joke that just fell flat. And even better, it's lessened by the laugh track. I'm just disappointed that the writers allowed this, but again, it's Big Bang Theory.
Well, here's an interesting turn of events.
What? Howard brought a date?
A more plausible explanation is that his work in robotics has made an amazing leap forward.
You can just tell the writers went crazy over that joke.
Morning.
Morning.
You're making eggs for breakfast?
This isn't breakfast, it's an experiment.
Huh. Because it looks a lot like breakfast.
I wish you guys understood how painful it is trying to pay attention to literally anything when every 3 seconds a laugh track is thrown in, for it can just basically be a normal conversation.
Because it looks a lot like breakfast.
I mean, if this clip somehow even made you laugh, I want to meet you. Because how do you find this funny at all?
Call a coincidence.
I'm sorry?
I need eggs. 4 dozen should suffice.
4 dozen?
Yes, and evenly distributed amongst brown, white, free range, large, extra large, and jumbo.
Okay, one more time?
Never mind, you won't get it right. I'd better come with you.
Bro threw out this long list of items, and because she can't remember, he decides to insult her? Even the audience saw how crazy that was. I'm sure Penny and Sheldon's dynamic can only get better from here.
Slow down. Please, slow down.
We're fine!
You're not leaving yourself enough space between cars.
Oh, sure I am.
No, let me do the math for you. This car weighs, let's say, 4,000 pounds. Now add 140 for me, 120 for you.
120?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I insult you? Is your body mass somehow tied into your self-worth?
Well, yeah.
Interesting. Anyway, that gives us a total weight of, let's say, 4,400 pounds.
Let's say 4,390.
Fine. We're traveling forward at, good Lord, 51 miles an hour. Now, let's assume that your brakes are new and the calipers are aligned. Still, by the time we come to a stop, we'll be occupying the same space as that Buick in front of us. An impossibility that nature will quickly resolve into death, mutilation, and... Oh, look, they built a new putt-putt course.
Remember when I said the time traveler joke was the worst? I apologize. This is basically Big Bang Theory in a nutshell. Sheldon bragging about how smart he is while being a jerk, but instead of a super poor punchline, they do something even more interesting and make a joke literally describing how they'll die, and instead of resolving this in any way, you're left with this cringe attempt of showing even Sheldon is human.
Oh, look, they built a new putt-putt course.
Not every scene has to have a purpose, but these moments are only thrown in to boost Sheldon's already massive ego. I'm not even gonna ask who laughed because we all know no one did.
Look at me. I'm in the real world of ordinary people, just living their ordinary, colorless, workaday lives.
I take what I said back. I didn't know Sheldon hated the poor.
There are a lot of advantages to buying in bulk. For example, I noticed that you purchase your tampons 1 month's supply at a time.
What?
What?
Perfectly justified reaction, by the way. But it seems Sheldon has more to say, so let's see him talk his way out of this one.
Think about it. It's a product that doesn't spoil, and you're going to be needing them for at least the next 30 years.
You want me to buy buy 30 years worth of tampons?
Well, 30, 35. Hey, when did your mother go into menopause?
Okay.
All I can say is,
What?
What?
I'm not talking about this with you.
Oh, Penny. This is a natural human process, and we're talking about statistically significant savings. Now, if you assume 15 tampons per cycle and a 28-day cycle, are you fairly regular?
just in case you were wondering, surely the worst part is over. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Hey, I just ran into Penny. She seemed upset about something.
I think it's her time of the month. I marked the calendar for future reference.
This response is just disgusting. No other way around it. I know. We are back in 2016, and you're about to get a feminist take you didn't ask for. Jokes aside, before I give my response, let me describe what we just witnessed. I'm sure it was hard to follow with a laugh track fighting for its life. Sheldon went out of his way to bring up such a sensitive topic to Penny, and rather than, the obvious, as most people do, try and be respectful, he instead oversteps boundaries to the point of where she is uncomfortable. And rather than say, "Oh, I pushed my luck," or "Oh, I'm sorry," he instead says,
I think it's her time of the month.
What?
What a great person Sheldon is, am I right? My bad. It actually makes a lot of sense why he doesn't like Penny.
What exactly are you looking up?
How do I get 12-year-old girls excited?
I beg your pardon?
Alright, that's enough Big Bang Theory for now. There isn't a whole lot after this that is really interesting, but, Sheldon's mom comes in and she gives a line that basically captures what I think of Sheldon perfectly.
Didn't say anything that wasn't true.
Now you listen here. I have been telling you since you were 4 years old. It's okay to be smarter than everybody, but you can't go around pointing it out.
I think that next video will be about something popular, maybe? Or, if this does well, you guys will expect to see more Sheldon Cooper. And I know that this is season 1, and I hear from people that it gets better, which I just can't believe. But yeah, who knows what the next video will be. See you guys in the next one.
Bazinga.